Good morning. Abby Tedros here in the WBTV News Now desk alongside meteorologist Rachel Coulter. It's great to have you here. Usually we're doing something that's more separated in the studio and then me in here. So it's nice that we're able to have this conversation with our viewers, whether you're watching on the WBTV News app, maybe you're watching on Facebook Live. And right now, the point of this segment is, what do our viewers need to know before they head out the door this morning? Let's start off with traffic. I know that we had that deadly crash overnight on Interstate 77, and it shut down the interstate for a good portion of the morning, and it caused backups. So what's the latest on that?
That's right, and we were covering that this morning starting at 4:30 on WBTV, and fortunately at this point that has since been cleared. So you can see the video that was from the overnight hours. You see the law enforcement that were on scene. Again, unfortunately, as Abby mentioned, that was a fatal accident, but that has since been cleared out. So that had the road shut down. The northbound lanes were completely shut down for, like you mentioned, hours. That opened up around 4:45, and now we're good to go. So looking at the map at this point, we're not really seeing any issues on I-77 out towards the Fort Mill area. Of course, we do have the road closure out towards the Rock Hill Galleria Mall. That's going to be something you'll want to keep an eye on. Mangum Road is closed, so you're going to have to avoid that area. Other than that, that's what we're seeing right now on your traffic conditions. Couple of slowdowns, couple of accidents. So I'll zoom in and just kind of show you guys where we have the latest slowdowns and accidents. Check out 77 southbound lanes, really slow go, especially west of Uptown. You can see the accidents on your screen, one on Norris Avenue, Church Street. We've got another on Remount Road, and then Independence still seeing some slowdowns. Speeds down to about 30 miles an hour there, thanks to an earlier accident as well. Farther off towards the south and west, there was an accident to the south and east of Lake Wiley where you see that arrow pointing, but that has since been cleared. Still seeing some backups there. And then 77 northbound on either side of 485. Going to be a slow go as well. Pushing off towards the south, we're seeing an accident at Ray Road. That's at Williams Pond Lane. Several slowdowns in that general area overall. So zooming out, you get that big picture. I'll at least throw some ETAs on there if you're tuning in. Just about to head out the door. Monroe, you're looking at a 52-minute commute. Gastonia, about 34. Of course, 85, always going to be a problem spot just in between, of course, Gastonia and out towards McAdenville, heading into the Charlotte metro area. But that's going to be about it. I know that's kind of a mouthful.
There's a lot going on. Rachel, I know that you're usually the bearer of bad news, so to speak, with those accidents, so many of them, but there's also some good news. There was a traffic alert, Interstate 45, some relief for drivers who usually take the interstate in the South Charlotte area. So what's the update there? What's some good news that you could share with us this morning?
Good news. I love sharing good news. I'll do it anytime I can. So the good news about 485 is that the North Carolina Department of Transportation did open up another lane, and this is going to be in both directions. So that'll be between Ray Road and then out towards Providence Road. And our own Nikki Hauser was live earlier this morning on WBTV and passed along some of those updates to us and gave us that live view of 485. But you're going to have access to that extra general purpose lane. This is going to be part of a larger express lane project. So construction still going to be ongoing. We're not done with the construction just yet. But hey, at least we've got some new open lanes both ways, again, in between Ray Road and out towards Providence on 485.
Hey, let's talk about some more good news. That forecast, it's been so nice the last couple of days. I know that I generally err on the side of, okay, it's really cold outside. It was kind of chilly this morning, but I know that it's been cooler in the past this time of year. We also have a warm-up on the way for today. So what's going on with that?
That's right. So today's going to be a lot like yesterday in terms of your afternoon temperature. So if you were out and about yesterday afternoon, I don't know if you, after the lunch hour, we usually do midday together. And after, I know when I went outside, I mean, we did not need the jackets anymore.
Exactly.
It was amazing how quickly it warmed
Peel
up.
off those layers. Because I walk in, I always tell this to Al when we're doing our forecast at 4:30. I walk in with that down coat, and then by the time that I'm walking out after our broadcast during the midday, I'm walking out without the jacket.
It's like whiplash. That's going to happen again today.
It's kind of like a roller coaster.
Exactly. And then that's going to happen again later on this week. So we've just got lots of changes on the way. We did have some cloud cover, and that's kind of helped us out. So Abby mentioned it was a little bit cooler earlier this week. We were waking up with temperatures near freezing. That's not the case right now. You can see the clouds actually have kept temperatures at bay. Most of us in the 40s. We even have the 50s right now in Boone. So we got some warm air overhead. So that's going to allow for big warm up as we head to the rest of the day. We're talking about near 80 degrees. Going forward, we do have a first alert in place. That's going to be Veterans Day and into Friday morning. But Abby, the thing I want to pass along about this is that it's not going to be raining all day. In fact, if you're tuning in with us again tomorrow morning, same time, likely to be dry. It's not going to be until the afternoon hours where we start to see the rain chances start to pick up.
And are we thinking that this is going to be a big weather event just for the afternoon? Is it going to bleed through into Friday, as you were saying?
Yeah, so it'll kind of move in from the afternoon hours from west to east as this cold front approaches the area. And then by the evening hours, that's probably when the main impacts are going to be felt. And this isn't going to be washed out, rain all day type thing, severe weather, very, very low severe threat, maybe some rumbles of thunder with this. We just don't have a lot of that instability that we look for severe storms. But this is going to move through. And then eventually, I would say by the time we're tracking radar on Friday morning with meteorologist Al Conklin and myself, and maybe even talking here again on Friday morning, the rain's going to be out to our east. And then at that point, the cooler temperatures work in.
We've been calling the forecast a roller coaster all week, and this is a perfect example of that, Rachel.
Exactly.
But in the meantime, we do have some good weather on the way for today.
Right, yeah, so today we're going to see sunshine. I know we've got some clouds out there now, a little disturbance overhead, but eventually we're going to see that sunshine move back in, and then eventually this weekend, temperatures are really going to drop. So low 70s tomorrow and Friday, so it's going to be a little bit cooler there, but then once we head into next week, morning lows near freezing, and then afternoon highs barely making it into the upper 50s, and that's even including your Sunday forecast. So if you have weekend plans, definitely do not dress as you would today. You're going to want to keep the winter coats with you even into the afternoon hours.
See, I've been rocking the down coat all week, so it's
That's
not going to be
with
a
you.
problem for me. I'm just going to keep it the entire time. All right, Rachel, is there anything else that we need to know as far as what to expect walking out the door this morning?
Oh man, maybe just if I can just remind you that today is a little bit nicer than what we had this time yesterday. I know yesterday
Some good news there.
You kind of walk outside and it just kind of hits you how cold it is out there, and then we warm up. Today's a little bit better, so it's not going to be as cold as the moment you step outside, and then certainly near 80-degree weather.
All right, good stuff, Rachel. We always appreciate you. I'm going to switch our live picture here to our HD tower camera shot. Always love showing this to you guys. The Uptown Charlotte skyline, a beautiful start to your morning. We're going to keep this up for you for a little bit, and then coming up in the next couple of minutes, I will come back to you live with a check of your top headlines.